Hello, learners. A very warm evening to all of you. Yes, so it's the evening time, and I know you all are super excited to attend the class. Still, the sun is outside, no problem. So, at whatever time you're watching this session, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, so I wish you all of you a very good morning, evening, or night. We are going to have a rapid fire round on the lesson A Letter to God. So we had already done this lesson, but it will be interesting to see that how well you remember on the topic. Because when we are going to have the rapid fire round, it will be quick response and I'll get to know how many of you are well prepared with the topic. Great. So let's get started. Yes. Great. So a round of MCQ from yes. We have enough questions to enjoy the class. Believe me. Okay. So a round of MCQ from the lesson to explore the topic, to explore the lesson more and check our understanding with the fun learn method. Yes. We had talked in detail on the topic. We had viewed question answers also. So I thought why not to have a rapid fire round and see how many of you can give the responses actively of these MCQ questions. So whether you are watching it recorded or live, answer the question the moment I ask you the question, share it in the comment section, and let's see how many of you know the correct response. Okay, so we are going to have enough questions to practice today, don't worry, and let's get started. Let's get started with the full energy, with the highest enthusiasm that I can see right now in all of us. Okay, so before I start the session, before I go to rapid fire round, I want to tell you about Unacademy as well. So those students who are already connected to Unacademy, they know about this wonderful platform which is actually providing you so many benefits being at home only. So you get the live sessions by best educators staying at home. That's the best thing that you get. It is largest learning platform. You get live sessions, live practices, questions with educators, and many more, like weekly quizzes. So there are weekly quizzes for each courses. Then you get doubt clearing sessions also, so that your no doubt is left unclear. Whatever doubt comes in your mind, you get the doubt clearing session to clarify that and then move forward. So this is not these are not only features of Unacademy. There are many things to tell. If you have not taken subscription yet, then I suggest all of you that take the subscription, get 10% discount if you use my referral code, that is MD28. So you can get 10% discount on your subscription. For your information, I would like to inform that I am a verified plus educator from class 9th to 12th. So you can take you can get 10% discount on your subscription by using my referral MD28 and avail the benefit of attending so many classes after that. Amazing. So what we are going to do today, before that I want to add few more things about it. As I said that I cannot stop talking about this platform. This platform has so many features for all of you, including unlimited access of all the courses. So if you have taken a subscription of 1 month, 6 months, 12 months, for that time period you have unlimited access of all the courses in your category. So for class 12th, whatever subjects you have, old courses, new courses from different educators, you have all these options available. You get study material in the form of PDF, you get live test series, top educators, regular doubt clearing sessions, exhaustive coverage of syllabus, like in the best way that you cover your syllabus, learn life from the comfort of your home, mentorship and guidance, and then we have you get the chance to answer the sessions also. All you get by taking the subscription, and for that subscription use the referral MD28 and get 10% discount. So students who are right now at their homes in this pandemic, not able to have good access of study, struggling to manage so many things, so for them the best offers are available right now. Visit the platform and get to know more about it. Okay, one more thing that I want to share, that is subscription plan. Now if a student is taking subscription of 1 month, the student is paying around 2500 rupees per month. But if you go with a longer period like 12 months, you get 12-month coachings in only 12,000, which is even not possible in offline classes. So you're getting so much in this less cost. I think students who have not taken the subscription should join and avail the benefit. Use the benefit, take the discounts, use the code MD28. Thank you so much. Every week we are launching different courses. Even I am launching many courses in the next month for class 10th. There are around 3 courses coming on your way for class 10th. So don't wait for anything. Join the course and learn from there. Alright. So let's practice some MCQ and enhance our skills with this competitive attitude. We are going to have some rapid fire rounds, and I am super excited about these rounds. Sorry for the weird drawing, but yes, please manage, because this is showing my excitement to you all. Okay, starting with question number first. Are you all ready? Quickly type yes if yes, then only we'll start. Okay, so first question is here. Every student will get 10 seconds. You all will get total 10 seconds to write your answer in the comment section, and we will continue. Okay, great. Where was Lencho's house situated? Okay, bottom of the hill, top of a hill, top of a plateau, or in a city. You have 10 seconds to think about it, and then I'll let you know the answer. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So students who got late, sorry, you need to be active as well. So Lencho's house is situated on the top of a hill. We also call it crest. What do we call? Crest. So if there is a hill and Lencho's house was actually situated on that hill. Okay, so dangerous. Okay, nice. Moving on to our next rapid fire question. Question number 2. What was the only thing that the earth needed according to Lencho? So if we go with Lencho, like whatever Lencho wanted to do, what was the only thing that the earth needed according to him? What was the current requirement of the earth? First, a shower. Second, a snowfall. Third, a strong winds. Or fourth, sunlight. Think about it. You have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Time's up, students. Time's up. So the correct answer for this question is a shower. He was really interested, and he was praying to God that the earth only needs a shower of rain. And if this rain occurs, like if it rains little, it will be so good for his crops. He will get a good benefit from the crops this time then. He'll get a good harvesting. So that was his request to God also, and that is what he was thinking, that it should get, a little sharp, so that everything gets fine and comes in control. This was his plan. Okay, very good. Students who have not read the story, they might struggle little to understand what we are doing right now. If you have not watched the story, there is no problem. I have given a class on this topic on this YouTube channel only, like where you are right now. Go to the channel, search that lesson, A Letter to God. You'll get my session over there. Watch it. You'll get knowledge of the lesson, and then get this session of rapid fire. Let's see who will be able to answer better then. Okay, question number 3. Where did Lencho expect the downpour to come from? What was his expectation? From where it's going to rain? From where is it going to downpour? Okay, any guesses? But believe me, guesses will not work here. You need to go with the accurate answer. So first option says north, northeast, northwest, or southeast. Think about it. You have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Time's up, students. So he was expecting the downpour from northeast side. He was expecting to get the rain from that side and get benefit of it. All right. Great. So amazing to see your enthusiasm. It's like this fire of rapid fire. Nice. And we always need to stay this active, because there are so many brilliant options, so many brilliant opportunities waiting for us if we are energetic to learn. Okay? Nice. What did Lencho compare the large raindrops with? Silver coins, pearls, diamonds, or new coins? What was he comparing it with? Question number 4. Think about it. Silver coins, pearls, diamonds, or new coins. You have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. 0. Correct answer is new coins. He was comparing those raindrops with new coins. He was saying like it is equal to the coin. Each drop was so valued for our farmer Lencho that he was comparing the raindrops with the coins. Okay, so students, I remember that I have not given my introduction. There are some students who already know me. Rest, I would like to share a small introduction of mine to all of you. So my name is Meenakshi Dhal, and I am an English educator on Unacademy Plus. I am coaching students of class 9th to 12th. I have more than 4 years teaching experience. I believe in making things true with my consistent efforts. My passion is to make my students passionate and make them learn the language. They should consider it a fun class. It should not be any burden. There should not be any burden to them that okay, ma'am is here, fine, we have to learn. It should be fun to interact and to learn with each other. And if you want to get such more helpful sessions in detail, then you should join the subscription. Rest I have already shared with you. So let's continue now. Okay, you can watch my special classes also on Unacademy platform. Search my name, Meenakshi Dhal, and rest you will get the details about me. Okay, very nice, very nice. What? Okay, which crop was growing on Lencho's field? So we are talking about Lencho's field. We are saying that he was praying to God that it should rain, it should, little shower. But what was the crop? Which crop was it? Was it corn? Was it barley, rice, or none of the above? You have 10 seconds once again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Good, good, good. Very nice, everyone. Correct answer is A. So he was cropping corn, and after that dangerous scenario, those students who have read the story, they must know about it. After that dangerous scenario, things got spoiled. We'll talk about that also in the questions, don't worry. Okay. What destroyed Lencho's field? Heavy rainfall, hailstorm, landslide, and flood. I hope you already know about heavy rainfall and hailstorm. Ole. Yes. But do you know about landslide? Generally, it happens in hilly areas. So, when a piece of hill slides down, that is a landslide. Flood, you also know already, right? So the correct answer for this question number 6 is hailstorm. His field got destroyed, his cornfield got destroyed because of hailstorm. Okay, moving on to the 7th question. The field looked as if it were covered in. So after that heavy hailstorm, Lencho is describing his field. He's saying that his fields looked as if it was covered in salt, locust, sugar, or ice. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Absolutely great. So the correct answer is A, which is salt. So he described that the field was so white completely that it was looking like it is covered with a salt. Okay, it had made that condition that it was looking like it is covered with salt. Very nice. Moving on to the next one. Are you all energetic? Because energy is the most important thing in rapid fire rounds and in all kind of classes, by the way. Great. Lencho compared the quantum of damage with which thing was Lencho comparing the damage? With attack of rats, with attack of crows, plague of locust, or none of the above? Rats and cows you already know. Locusts we got to know recently. I hope you all know about that locust, that insect which is spoiling the crops. So what was he comparing the disaster of destroyed field with hailstorm with? You have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Alright students, so the correct answer was plague of locust. He said that the level of destroy that this hailstorm brought, if he compares it with the danger of locust, they might have saved more than this. So he's comparing and he's saying that damage from locust would be lesser than the damage of this hailstorm. Okay, very nice. Moving on to the next one. What was the only hope left in the hearts of Lencho's family? Now, as Lencho and his family was going through this hard time means difficult time. So as they were going through this hard time, what was the only hope left in their hearts? The only hope left in their hearts was compensation from the government, was help from farmers association, help from God, or there was no hope left. What is the appropriate answer here? You all need to answer that. You have 10 seconds once again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. 0. The correct answer is help from God. So they had nobody around them. They knew nobody. They knew that they are poor. They are not going to get enough support. They had their only hope on God. So their complete family, after this disastrous scenario, they were strong to say that we believe in God and God will help us. God will give us a solution to bear this loss well, to manage with this loss well. So that is what showed their strong uh, hopes on God. So they wanted help from God. Very nice, everybody. We are learning by these rapid fire. I'm able to see that. Okay. Question number 10. How did Lencho decide to contact his last resort? How did he come to the decision that he is going to contact his last resort, his last option? By visiting them personally, through a letter, through an email, or through a fax? Which way of passing the message he used in the story? So you have once again 10 seconds for it. Think about it and then answer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Time's up, everyone. So the correct one is through a letter. He decided. So his family was whole day speaking that we believe on God. Sorry. His family was speaking that we believe on God. We know that God will help us. I'm sorry. After all this, Lencho came to the solution that he's going to write a letter to God and pass or communicate his troubles with the God. Okay. Nice one. Okay, it's the time to check once again. Are you all active? How is the Josh? It should be high to be actively present and to learn from the class. Very nice. So I hope you are enjoying this rapid fire session. If yes, then there can be many more sessions available for you if you connect to me on Unacademy platform. Okay, so join me on Unacademy platform and get the benefit to get such more helpful sessions on literature, grammar, reading and writing on every topic. Okay, very nice. Continuing with this, how much money did Lencho ask for? So as Lencho wrote a letter, he asked for money from God. How much money did he ask for? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Correct one is 100 pesos. So he asked for 100 pesos to God to help him. Now what is pesos? Pesos is actually the currency. Like we have rupees, it is pesos. Very nice. Moving on to the second one, the 12th one. What did the immediate reaction to the postman? What was the immediate reaction of the postman on seeing the letter? Now there was, like, as he gave the letter and there was no address, it was only written on the letter to God. Now postman who serves the post and that post office master, they all were surprised that to God we don't have address. How can we give a letter to God, and how can we even expect to get a reply from God? So the immediate reaction, what was the immediate reaction of them? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. So the correct answer is they laughed wholeheartedly. So they were like, what? A letter to God? Obviously, anybody would be surprised that how somebody can write a letter to God. God is not there. How God can get the letter? There's no address first of all. So all this made them laugh first. The postmaster was a fat, amiable man. What is the meaning of amiable? You have to guess the meaning of amiable in the story. So that fat man, that fat postmaster was an amiable man, rude, helpful, friendly, or enthusiastic. We had discussed it in the lesson. I hope you will be able to answer. So 10, 9, 6, time's up, students. So the correct answer of correct meaning of amiable is friendly. Okay, always remember it's an easy vocabulary, and we can use it well for our exams. Next one. On seeing the letter, the postmaster was was moved by. Moved by means surprised by. Moved by means surprised. So what surprised that postmaster after reading Lencho's, surprised to see Lencho's what? Lencho's unwavering faith, handwriting, love for God, determination. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Time's up, everyone. So the correct answer for this one is unwavering faith. Unwavering faith means, ma'am, unwavering means unshakable. So when I cannot shake anything easily, it's unwavering. So he had that unwavering faith on God. Next question. Why did the postmaster decide to reply to Lencho's letter? Now postmaster got the letter from Lencho. First he laughed at what? Who wrote letter to God? How can we write a letter? How can we expect a reply from God? But later on he decided that he is going to write a reply for Lencho's letter. But why did he come to this solution? Was he a good man? He felt empathetic. Empathetic means you feel, you want to help somebody. To persevere Lencho's faith in God, to not, break Lencho's faith in God, he did that. What is the reason? Or fourth is all of the above. So you're getting your 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, everybody. Yes, he was a good man. He was, empathetic. He used to help people. That is why he decided that he's going to help Lencho as well. And to persevere Lencho's faith in God, he decided that he will not break the faith in God. So he decided that he's going to reply back to the letter. No break the faith. Do not break the faith. Where else did the reply demanded apart from goodwill, ink and paper? So where else did the reply demanded apart from goodwill, ink or paper? Lost crop, money, God's signature or new seeds? 16th one. So he shared what struggles he is making, but did he demand for something? He required wishes, but except wishes, did he demand something? So you have 10 seconds. 10, okay, time's up, everyone. He was demanding, he was expecting money from God. Surprised. How much money was the postmaster able to arrange? So the postmaster, Lencho in his letter wanted 100 pesos. So did he get all 100 pesos or he got less amount? If yes, then how much? Did he get 100 pesos or nothing, 1000 pesos or 70 pesos? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. So he got 70 pesos. Postmaster was able to arrange 70 pesos because it was Sunday, but he tried his best. He wanted to give 100 pesos, but he could not get a solution rather than giving the reply and sending 70 pesos. Okay. Next one. What did the postmaster feel on experiencing Lencho receive the letter? So how was the feeling of postmaster when he realized that yes, Lencho has received the letter? How was postmaster feeling in that scenario? Try remembering the story, you might get the answer. First is contented, proud, overwhelmed, or all of the above. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So answer is contented. Good job. Why was Lencho not surprised on seeing the money in the envelope? So, postmaster and all other employees who collected their 70 pesos and gave that to Lencho in his letter were very excited to see what he does with the money. So, they were very sad actually that they did not get any acknowledgement that okay, you did it today for me or something. He had unwavering faith in God. He had that unshakable faith in God. He was an ungrateful man or none of the above. Why was Lencho not surprised on seeing the money? 19th. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So for 9th, correct answer is B, because he had his unwavering faith in God, which actually did not allow him to give up when the world was challenging. He stood up well and did it nicely, did his work well, right? Great. Moving on with our next question. I hope you all are listening to me. If you get any kind of doubt, you can drop the message, the comment, okay, after the video. I'll definitely let you know whatever in whatever way I can help you. Okay, very nice. How did he feel when he counted the money? So how was Lencho feeling after counting money? Was he grateful, means thankful? Thank you so much. Joyful, was he joyful, full of fun, joy, relieved, or angry? 20th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for 20, the correct answer is angry. Yes, he felt angry that why have I not received 100 pesos? I asked for 100 pesos. Then he was thinking that did God forget to send me full money? Then he said no, God cannot make such mistakes. So he started blaming them. Whom he blamed, that we will talk right now shortly. But before that, I want to know once again, how is the Josh now? If it is high, then you're going to enjoy the other part of our session. Okay? Very nice. Moving on to 21st question. What did Lencho think of the post office employees? What was Lencho's thinking about that post office? Even we know that post office owner only allowed to keep Lencho's phone, but still Lencho was not considerate at all and he was willing completely to attend to be the part of that post office employees. Very nice. Okay, so let's get the answers for it. You have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, absolutely correct, everybody. They were called the bunch of kooks. So, group of people who do nothing in their life. Bunch of kooks. Lazy, tired. Okay, so I hope we have understood this one. Amazing. Moving on to the next question. What did Lencho ask for in his second letter? So he wrote 2 letters. One for sharing the scenario and asking for money. Another he wrote as a reply of that letter, in which he got 70 pesos. So postmaster, including all the post officers, were actually eager to tell him how much he has scored and to know from him that how is it going, like how helpful it was. So what did Lencho ask for in his second letter? More money. What do you need? Remaining amount and sent it by mail. Remaining amount and send it by mail only. He did not ask for anything. For question 22, the correct response is B. So he told him that this time please do not send letter. There are bunch of kooks. Bunch of crooks. Okay, so good job. Correct answer is remaining amount and not send it by mail. Let's have a quick rapid fire round on next question and let's see who will be able to answer. Little big, maybe you will be able to answer it. What is the irony in the lesson? Irony means when you expected A to happen, but this did not happen and suddenly B occurred and it happened. So this is irony. What is the irony in this lesson? Lencho was sad after the hailstorm and even though was the one waiting for the shower. So Lencho was sad for the hailstorm, but he was waiting to take the shower of rain. Postmaster laughed at Lencho, but still helped arranging money for him. This was also very strange that he was so busy in arranging everything, but then also he helped people with money. Okay, Lencho blamed the post office employees who in fact helped him, or there is no irony. So what do you think? What is the irony of the story? 10 seconds I have given. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lencho. What is the answer? Nice. Answer is C. Lencho blamed the post office employees. People who helped him, he started blaming them. Called them bunch of crooks and said that this time, don't send me money through letter, send me through email. Bunch of crooks. Okay. Next one. What type of conflict does the chapter highlight? What do you think? What kind of problem we are highlighting from the different things that we are doing right now in the lesson? Confident, okay. Both 1 and 2. Conflict among humans, conflict between nature and humans. So what was the truth? 24th question. Let's give our best in this, because this is about to get over. The questions are going to get over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Time's up, everyone. Time's up. 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Correct answer for 24th is D. Both A and B. So this was the chapter's highlight, that there was conflict between nature and humans, plus there was conflict among humans. Superb, amazing. Good job, everybody. I am impressed with your responses. Nice. Okay, moving on to our next question. Who is the author of lesson A Letter to God? Now we talked so much on it. It is also a very important topic to remember. Who wrote the lesson A Letter to God? G.L. Fluence, J.K. Rowling, William Shakespeare or Roald Dahl? A, B, C, D. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Time's up, everyone. So the correct answer for this question is G.L. Fluence. Okay? G.L. Fluence is the author of the lesson A Letter to God. So tell me quickly one thing, that how was the session? Okay, I hope it's clear to everybody. These are some key points, key factors which we need to remember, especially when we are doing such small writing or other things. Okay. So for today we had these 25 questions only, but for the next meeting I wish to share some information with you all. So okay, so I'm going to share with you all what will be the plan of our next YouTube classes, upcoming YouTube classes. I'm sharing the plan with you so that next time when we are going to meet on YouTube. Yes, that's amazing. Okay. I'm sorry, I'll try to not write on it. Yes. So overall in July month I will be giving 3 YouTube classes. Okay, 3 classes in July on YouTube. But there are going to be 6 to 8 special classes. Okay, special classes on Unacademy platform and free. So I recommend all of you to attend those classes. First special class will be on 1st July. Today is 28th. You have time till 1st July. Please attend the class of 1st July, special class, and then we will continue. So I hope you have enjoyed today's rapid fire round. If yes, then this conversation will be helpful for you. and some other ways also. We are going to do other topics as well. So first thing that I want to inform all of you, for class 10th, the first class which is happening on it's July 9. Ideas to be a fluent speaker. You know that there are some assessments which actually require us to speak in English, and that is why I brought this idea. I thought I should support all of you for this as well. This class will be 8 to 9 p.m. Second class of class 10th is July 12th, and the topic will be quiz on past tense. So we are going to have a quiz on past tense in that class. Okay, and the last one is last session of July month will be on 20 for class 10th. 20th timing will be 8 to 9 p.m. But for this July 12 to forward, timing for this course will be timing for this YouTube class will be 5 to 6 p.m. These are the timings when I'll only be taking your classes on YouTube channel. So don't miss the classes. The way we have enjoyed today, we are definitely going to enjoy a lot in the upcoming classes. So on 20th, I'm teaching you the topic, the story. The story is about flying. Okay. The stories, let me write it again. The stories about flying. Okay, I know it got little messy. Please listen very carefully. If you have enjoyed the session, first thing that you can do, you can inform your peers also to join us on Unacademy plus on YouTube plus on Unacademy platform. There will be 3 upcoming YouTube sessions for you. First will be on 9 July, second will be on 12th July, and third will be on 20th July. First is related to speaking, second is related to writing, and third is related to learning the story. Great. Timings are for 9 July, timing is 8 to 9 p.m. For 12th, 5 to 6 p.m. And for 20th, once again, 8 to 9 p.m. Okay. There will be only 3 YouTube classes in this month, in July. But there will be more than 6 to 8 classes, special classes in this month. But for that, you need to be regular. That's good. So students, that's all for today. I have shared the required data with you all. Let's crack it. All the best, everybody. Do your well everywhere, wherever you go, and let's learn. Okay, great. So all the best everybody. Thank you so much for your time.